think while you're here too, we'll just go ahead and talk about the reappointment stuff, or take care of the reappointment stuff too, since you're right here anyway.
That'll be fine. The item on your agenda is for rezoning. The Whitley County Planning Commission has heard a petition on their meeting November 21st. The request was to rezone a 1.1 acre property, which is currently zoned IPM, or Industrial Park, Manufacturing District. And the request was to rezone this property to GC, or the General Commercial District. And the Planning Commission heard that petition, was filed by Community Action of Northeast Indiana. And property location, northwest corner of Governor's Road, East Business 30. Plan Commission held the public hearing after notification to adjoining property owners and to the public notice in the newspaper, as according to our rules. Plan Commission considered all of the information presented to them and voted unanimously to send a favorable recommendation to the county commissioners on this request. I think you have the information before you, the staff report, legal description, and the proposed ordinance, and the location, as well as the representative's answer to the rezoning petition that the Planning Commission uses to try to get additional information regarding the petition. This is the former Farm Bureau office, had been for years, and CanI has recently acquired this and discovered that their use is actually needed to have a general commercial district zoning instead of the industrial zoning. Attorney Josh Neal is here representing CanI if there's any questions that you would have either from him, and I'd be glad to answer any questions.
I guess my comment as a former township trustee, CanI is a very important player in every county they participate in. Quite frankly, I am tickled to death to see them have a place where the township trustees can send people to and back and forth. And I was actually pleasantly surprised. I was just on Business 30 East last week, and I'm like, CanI, before I got your information. So I think it's a great fit. It's nice that they have a real solid, steady place to be, and with an actual address that trustees can give to their clients, and so I'm just really happy, and I hope we can get a favorable recommendation here today for that.
So I would so move we approve it.
I'll second. Under discussion, you're approving, just so we get it in the records, you're approving ordinance 2012-16. Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. All opposed, the same sign.
Great, thank you.
Give us just a second to sign this, and then let's talk about the
Dave, I'll bring Kathy down a copy.
Okay.
Thank you. You should all have received a memorandum as of January 1, 4-year terms. The commission members will be completed. John Kissinger, John Johnson. I'm sorry, John Kissinger's Columbia City. We don't deal with him, right? Or do we?
You should, that's a jurisdictional area
Okay, okay.
appointment.
Okay.
So he lives outside of the city and that falls within the
John
commissioners.
Kissinger on the Columbia City Plan Commission, John Johnson on the Whitley County Planning Commission, Doug Wright on the Whitley County Planning Commission. They have been contacted and they indicated a strong desire to serve on the Plan Commission for another term. So at this point in time, I would entertain a motion, and if you have specific ones you do or don't want to recommend, you can make the motion however you want the motion. So I'm just looking for a motion.
I'd make a motion that we approve the appointment of John Kissinger to the Columbia City Plan Commission, John Johnson to the Whitley County Plan Commission, and Doug Wright to the Whitley County Plan Commission.
A motion,
I'll second for discussion.
discussion?
At the time this commission was twirling on the wind farm, and you can help me out, there was some feeling among some that maybe you weren't getting the discussion that you really need in any size commission to have people, if you're going to sit on a board, take part, do your homework, come prepared, just don't come for the stipend. And if either one of you don't want to answer this question, I will understand, because I know this is a public meeting, but I'm not pinpointing any of them. But overall, as the board, all 7 members, is the discussion on items picking up? Because we need people that take a part, are willing to discuss, state their beliefs, why they feel that way, or any input they have. You know, and it's tough now and then. But the rookie season should be over for these. But if you don't want to answer it,
I'd love to answer that, because I've been proud of the Plan Commission. I think we learned a lot during the last 2 years, and it's been, if anybody would have attended the last few meetings that we had, I wasn't at the last one, but the 2 before that, the last couple of months, I was proud of the way that we worked with people. Everybody had something to give to the meeting, and I think it's a completely different commission at this point. I don't know how you feel about it, but
No, I feel the same way.
yeah.
Whether it's something that
But that
we had
was,
to go through and had to learn and really saw how important it was, and I think we're starting to see a lot more involvement and participation from all of the members.
but that was a common thing I heard, is why can't they talk? Why don't they talk? Why don't they say something? They need to say something.
Yeah.
And if that's changed, that would tickle me to death, because I heard the same thing.
Yeah, if anybody would go to the meetings now, I think you would
Alright.
see a completely different commission.
And I'd never been involved in that process before, so if the first dog you see has 3 legs, you're gonna say all dogs have 3 legs, and then, so I felt like, maybe that's the way it works, but I attended a plan commission meeting in Wells County, and believe me, every member was there, spoke up and talked, and I brought that information back, you know, no matter how you feel, you gotta speak up and talk, and I have heard George on more than one occasion say that we really learned a lot in that awful, painful process. We learned a lot, and so I do believe that we probably are talking more.
Well,
Any
thank
further
you for your comments and questions, your honesty, and so. Call for the question.
Any further discussion? If not, all in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. All opposed, the same sign. And I think it's important for you to pass that information along to them, that we appreciate the openness, if that's it, and we hope it continues.
I will.
We hope it continues. Okay, the other side of this is, that I just wanted to touch on is Don and Tom. Do you have anybody in mind?
I do not.
Would you allow me to talk to my wife as the trustee and Frank Kessler as the town board president and ask them if they would try to find someone that we could appoint? I mean, is that appropriate?
That's yeah, probably how it's been in the past, rather than, you know, rather than me,
But this is
me
a
going out.
commissioner
But
appointment,
yes, it is.
so they need to bring the names to us.
Right, and there is a residency requirement.
In the 2 mile
Has to be
jurisdiction.
within that jurisdictional area.
Am I right, 2
Yes.
mile?
Outside of the city limits.
Oh, so it's not a nice circle, because
Right.
it would be 2 mile,
Right.
okay, all right.
The Cherubusco Plan Commission, South Whitley's the same way, Columbia City's the same way. They're
Yeah.
made up of 5 citizen members, and 2 of them have to be in the jurisdictional area since they exercise their zoning control
Yeah.
outside of the municipal limits. And the town council appoints the town citizens. And so it's the commissioner's responsibility to do the people outside of the town limits, but within the 2 mile jurisdiction. So it's
so
kind of
you-
a restricted area to which to choose from.
Oh, so they can't live within the town of Cherubusco?
They cannot.
Okay, good info.
They have to
Good
be
info.
outside of town,
All right.
but within the 2
Okay,
mile.
okay, all right.
And so it's kind of, it's difficult.
I'm not sure that we could come up with a name before January 1st, but they'll, if you don't care, we'll go to work on it.
There isn't anything on the agenda for the Cherubusco
Okay.
Plan Commission, so it's not something that we needed immediately. I will also try to search and
All right,
you know,
good.
people come in the office or talk to their members. I'll try to find someone else.
All right, so,
Okay.
within the 2 mile jurisdiction, but not within the town.
Right.
Okay, good information.
They can come up with 2 or 3 or 4 with
Right.
us.
That'd even be better.
Yeah.
Dan can give you a list of who's in that by the GIS thing.
That's a good idea.
We might even consider putting something in the paper like we did for the.
Well, I think we
Yeah.
should. I think we
Whitley
should,
County.
because that really,
Right.
boy, that was a great thing to do.
Mhm.
So,
But I think our website also would be a good place to put that.
sounds good. You making these notes here for me? Okay. All right, because I can get it in the Musco paper pretty
Right.
easily. Well, post the mail too, really, as far as that goes. So, thank you, David. Any other questions for?
Do we have to appoint the ones down below to our appointment to Whitley County Plan Commission and Joint Advisory Board?
That will be, you can do that at any time. Meeting is in January, so it's, you know, it's not a requirement that you do it at this moment, but ultimately, maybe you'll wait till after the first of the year when you do all your other committee appointments.
Okay, but
That's up to you.
does this group only deal with the county commissioner appointment?
Yes.
Yes,
So the council would deal with the council
Right.
appointment and.
correct. Plan Commission has their appointment.
All right.
As far as the Joint Advisory Board, they each make their own selection. So I think Kathy is just listing there that at some point in time, decide whether George is going to be reappointed to the,
Okay.
you know, advisory board or the Planning Commission. That's your choice.
We'll shortly be working on the
Yeah.
committee appointments for 2013, so.
We did find the last one, and it was from 2011. Pam has found the spreadsheet on it, but it needs, there wasn't one done for 2012.
Ouch, okay, all right,
So,
okay, all right, we'll take the 2011 and
but it's
that
always
is-
done in January for that.
At our first meeting?
Mhm.
Okay. But I think, you say it's done, but I think with everybody having involvement, right?
Mhm. It's the whole list of who's
You
on
wouldn't,
what.
right.
So that was there more for just for your reminder.
Thank you,
You bet.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.